Food is chicken tenders. Yeah. He isn't slender, yeah, bitch just doesn't know which gender. Throwing Hero's team into a blender. His job is a micro bender. You can hear his boom like thunder. Yeah. Yoshi the fights, there's no delay. He hates bullets, always portrays. When you see his clips, you always replay. Hero's team is always astray. Always answer truthfully in a survey. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's not just.
What is up, everybody? It's your Nerd Jane. Today we're going to be reacting to Squared Eye Jack's Spyros Adventure review. Now, I haven't checked this out in some time. We're going to probably react to every single one of this kind of reviews because, game reviews, because, they're just entertaining to, watch. And, I have not watched them in some time. So, I'm excited to check him out once again and see if I agree with some of his opinions, or see if I actually disagree with some of his opinions. I don't know. We just have to find out. So let's go and check out Skylanders Spyros Adventure Review, Squared Eye Jack 10K Special. Let's see what he's at right now. Wow, this man's growing. He's almost at 50K, so let's see this.
Get there? Are we ever gonna get there?
Oh, you got there.
When we do, am I gonna be able to do it?
This already seems intense. I'm gonna put that out there.
My ability to review stuff. Am I even worthy? I'm not worthy.
You know what time it is, baby?
Well, we made it.
He seems so excited to review this.
We finally made it! We made it to 10,000 subscribers! And ever since that mysterious package was delivered to me for Christmas, I knew it was almost time. Time to review Skylanders Spyros Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
So now, the real question is, can I do it?
Let's find out. Yeah, I knew it.
After a failed attempt to bring new life to the Spyro franchise with the Legend of Spyro
Yeah, it wasn't dud games.
It seemed as if all hope was lost for our favourite purple dragon. That was until Toys for Bob, a dev studio I remember fondly from my childhood, was given the opportunity to revive the character. Originally turning down a gritty, realistic Spyro experience, they instead opted with a Toys to Life model where players would have to purchase separate figurines to unlock all of the game. And there Skylanders was born. Now, while the Toys to Life genre had been attempted before, it was popularised with Skylanders, initiating a wave of similar...
I've always heard that, but I've never, seen previous, inventions of, I guess, Toys to Life things. So, him showing footage of that, it's cool. It confirms it. Because all I've heard was, rumors and crap, but I don't know. It's cool to see
business models over the
what he has to say
years,
about it,
including Disney Infinity and Nintendo's Amiibo figures. Ironically, Nintendo was approached with an exclusivity deal for Skylanders, but rejected it. I bet they regretted that decision when the first game alone made $500 million fucking dollars.
For sure, they're fuming.
But I mean, of course it did. You lock kids out of the game they got for their birthday so that they begged their parents to...
Yeah, it's freaking Toys to Life. You get to place a goddamn action figure, on the portal. What kid wouldn't like that? Come on, tell me, man. It's a really cool concept that, it's genius, bro.
Buy more figures, and before you know it, your child has an army of Skylanders toys, and Activision have their...
Yeah, so many millions of dollars of Skylanders toys.
It was a genius business decision, honestly.
Yes.
Regardless of how scummy it really is.
It is. But
here is the part that really likes to punch people in the dick. People hate Skylanders simply because they feel like it ruins Spyro.
Yeah, you hear that so often that it just gets annoying, man. god damn. Spyro fans go crazy when it comes to Skylanders. I'm not even gonna cap.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, it's the fucking internet. But surely it can't be that bad. We've played some pretty horrendous games on this channel.
That was horrible.
A lot of which were Spyro games, I'll remind you. So before we get started, I'd just like to say, fuck you if you've ever said that shit without having played any of the games.
Yeah, you gotta at least try the games, you know, give your freaking opinion on it. Like, don't judge a book by its cover, my dude.
As we get through the first level, we're introduced to the world of Skylands and all of the main characters. Skylanders were the protectors of the world and, more importantly, the core of light. They were led by Master Eon, a portal master who helps the Skylanders. I'm already sick of saying the word Skylander, just so you know, and the game hasn't shut the fuck up about it either.
You're gonna have to get used to it.
This wasn't until the darkness returned to wreak havoc through the lands. It's always the darkness, isn't it? Along with the darkness returned Chaos, this pretty cool looking villain, until they immediately reveal him to be a snotty-nosed brat.
Fear my giant floating head!
See? I told you the head isn't scary enough.
Why did they do that? I get that it's a joke for dumb kids, but the least you could do was leave the big reveal till the end of the game, or even another game in the series. This is cool, this isn't, and any potential comedy in this joke falls flat as it's revealed after the first level. Chaos and his dark minions destroy the core of light, killing Eon and transporting all of the Skylanders to our world. I think
killing
that's
in a kid's
cool
game
way of explaining how these heroes come to exist in the real world, but it doesn't explain why I had to put down all of the dollars to collect them all. It's like a real-life version of Moneybags. Give me money so that you can save me. Eon's right-hand man Hugo survived, and now he's our mentor, explaining in great detail every single piece of the story. I got sick of listening to him after the first few levels, but again,
yeah, but freaking Hugo, shut up, you dweeb. I mean, I know, I kind of look like Hugo. I got the glasses. I talk a lot. And I'm annoying. But I still don't like Hugo. Even though we got so many similarities, I still don't like him.
The game is for kids playing video games for the first time, so I guess it's excusable. We also have Flynn the Balloonist, voiced by Patrick Warburton.
Let's go, my boy Flynn.
Everything.
You see how I was able to hit that? That takes years of practice and skill.
This character has the potential to be really funny, like a lot of the characters Warburton has voiced, but instead, they went the path of dumb kiddie shit. It's really stale, and
yeah, I get where you're coming from. You know what? Yeah, at some points I do want to disagree, but at some point, yeah, I can agree. Personally, you know, I just find it, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it.
I've actually played this game co-op with my 10-year-old cousin before, and even he didn't find it entertaining. And then there is Callie, who is only there to give us extra shit to do on the side.
Yeah,
She's
Callie,
to say
forget
the least,
about her.
Much like the rest of the characters we meet on our journey. The only character I liked in the entire game was this guy,
T-Bone. Yes,
he's got lots
awesome,
of terrible skeleton puns, but holy fuck, he had me laughing to myself whenever he was on screen. But aside from him, it's the standard, lifeless, generic sort of kiddie crap you'd expect from a large, out-of-touch corporation. But then again, in touch with what kids like these days means selfie references, and the less of that, the better in my opinion.
Imaginators wants to call a few.
So now it's time to rebuild the core of light by travelling all over to different elemental-themed locations in an attempt to save Skylands, knowing that it all means nothing because there's 5 more of these things to come.
Yeah, 5 more crazy adventures. Of course. Ads. We all love them. I should just get YouTube Premium. Or Adblocker.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone.
Okay, so first level in, and I'm not even supposed to play as Spyro? You're kidding me. Now, of course, you're not required to have a Skylander of every element to play the game, but if you want to complete it, you'd better have some disposable income handy.
Yeah, at least
So we
8.
take Spyro off, put on this little dude known as Trigger Happy, and now we get to play as him in the game.
Easy.
That is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Going into this, I assumed it would take me out of the game and ruin any immersion, but I was wrong. I'm totally into this. Each Skylander plays differently. They all, for the most part, have some different strengths or weaknesses, and they all have lots of upgrades to improve their attacks. And people don't like this? What?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, they all got freaking unique designs, unique movesets. What else more, would you want?
Why not? How is it any different to something like Pokemon? And I know most people's answers to that will be that Pokemon are all memorable characters that are fun to use, but the same can be said for Skylanders.
That's
so
true.
What's your point? The only annoyances I had playing this game was that for whatever reason, characters can't jump independently. Instead, they need to walk over jump pads.
That's an issue. I can see it. But of course, it did get fixed, so.
Fucking sucks. And my other issue is that the rewards for going out and spending extra money on different figures to unlock parts of the game isn't worth it. Unless you're into dumb hats for your characters, but that's really not my thing. Aside from that, the gameplay is really fun. It's just a beat 'em up, but it's a really enjoyable one. Better than the Titans games for sure. Since there is no camera control, the right stick is used to interact with items, which is pretty neat. And I think it helps that you're always encouraged to switch character and play the game with different play styles. It helps to keep the levels from feeling repetitive, even though every level is the same thing. And switching Skylanders doesn't get annoying either. In fact, it reminds me of playing the Atari 2600, where you have to keep getting up to reset the game when you die. Yes, we've come full circle, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. There are also different figures you can buy that give you some sort of power-up, like fast movement, raining down
magic
anvils,
items.
which gets
You don't necessarily
really
need them, but
annoying, and even a shield to deflect damage. Hey, where have I seen that before?
Whoa.
Yes, it is more shit to buy and place on the portal, but it adds a new immersive level of strategy that most games miss out on. And of course, you can buy extra mission packs as well. I wish my
Empire
Call of Duty
Ice.
DLC come
You
with
can
a
pass on
demonic
that.
statue I could summon demons with.
Yeah.
Hey, did I just see a dragon riding another dragon? The levels, while very linear, actually feel like Spyro levels too.
Yeah,
I
they
know
look
you're
and
getting mad at
feel
me
like
for
it, yeah.
saying that, but just see for yourself. Even treetops from the first Spyro game is present here, and it's my favourite level in the entire game. Not to mention all of the tropical
Understandable.
coves, dark castles and polluted industry zones, all with really good music to accompany them. Hell, the game is set in Skylands. Take a look back through the entire Spyro series.
Yeah,
and
Spyro
tell me
games
how
are basically
many levels
Skylands
are floating in the sky.
as well.
Spin off my ass. There is no way this isn't a Spyro game. People are going to be in the comments telling me, no, this is officially a spin-off. It's said somewhere on a website that one time. Okay, good for you. I'm
Good for
sorry
you.
that I can clearly see the inspiration for this series comes from the Spyro games we all know and love, and that because of these similarities, this game could easily be canon with the rest of the series. Just saying. I know it sounds like I'm trying to defend this game from all of the hate, but that's because I am. But don't get the wrong idea, I'm not here to give a blind critique, as there are a lot of unacceptable issues here.
Yeah, it's not a review when you don't have critiques. I'm excited to see this.
Is a very cheaply made game. While I do enjoy most of the levels, they're really hurt by limited movement. I hate games that do that. I hate when instead of giving the player some fun, interesting and challenging platforming in a game like this, instead, all we get are these repetitive and uninspired puzzles that...
Yeah, I can see it. That can get repetitive, really quick, and yeah, I mean, I can understand how that's a gripe with the game, to be honest.
Drag the pacing of the levels to a screeching halt. And along with the character animations not being synced with the voices at all...
Yeah, that might be a case of the game just being rushed. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you, yeah.
Because I will summon my unbeatable deadly light spell of death.
The overall
Not
presentation
synced
is
at all.
really cheapened and sloppy on the developer's part. That seems to be a common theme with Activision published games these days, and there is no excuse for it. It's a massive turn-off, along with the dumbed-down kiddie shit like this.
Kitty.
Hey, watch where you're pointing that. But don't worry, you can't actually hurt me.
Seriously, my cousin was complaining about how stupid that is. But after a while, my brain just blocked it out and I stopped noticing it. Take that as a compliment or a complaint, I don't really care. But what I do care about is people knocking a really enjoyable Spyro experience reminiscent of Insomniac's trilogy. That's the thing that really troubles me about the internet these days.
Jesus
People
Christ.
are far too trigger happy with their triggered.
Oh, really? You're doing so good. Well, you didn't need. You didn't need puns, bro. Come on, bro. You know better. We don't like puns on this channel. I do puns all the time, but they're usually bad. Now this one takes it to another level of badness, if that makes any sense.
So that people who may genuinely enjoy something automatically shun it because they perceive it as something it isn't. And as much as a lot of the things I just mentioned hurt the game on a technical level, most of it went unnoticed for the most part during my playthrough. And because of that, I don't think it's all that harmless to the overall experience. So that's why it really pisses me off when all I hear are complaints just focusing on Spyro.
I mean, who wants a purple pug with wings and scales as their protagonist?
Was that Categoras? Oh my god. Yeah, man. A purple pug with wings and scales as their protagonist. Yo, that might be the most... Man... I don't know what to think about that. What the hell? Yeah, I just need a quick breather to take that in.
He looks like a purple pug with wings. Okay, firstly, I don't really see it.
Me either.
This looks
What the
like an immature design of a dragon, the sort of thing a kid would find appealing.
Right.
And secondly, how exactly does one character's appearance take away from the game? Does it distract you? Does it offend you?
Yeah, it's just one... Come on, it's just one character in a game that has 33 characters.
I'm offended by the lack of personality Nintendo's given the character of Mario over the years,
Oh,
but that doesn't take away from the fact that the games are
That's right. You know what? As a big Mario fan, I do gotta admit, Mario's silent as hell. Doesn't have much personality, but like he's gonna say, his games are golden.
brilliant, and I'm not saying Spyro's adventure is on any level close to Mario, but
No.
of all the Spyro games people could get mad about, why this one? I just don't get it. I'm sure by now I've made my...
Yeah, Spyro's Adventure. Man, if you compare Spyro's Adventure to Mario Galaxy, you could... Huge gap, man.
...a pretty unpopular guy sticking up for this game. Most people's biggest issue with Skylanders is the fact that Activision have done nothing with Spyro since using his name to get the series rolling. And I agree. It's a real shame we haven't seen even a trilogy redesign for Spyro, much like Crash's involvement in the series more recently. But people seem to have forgotten. While Crash Bandicoot lay dormant for years without anything noteworthy, Spyro has remained relevant thanks to Skylanders as one of the primary heroes in the franchise. And I feel like that's much more important to remember than opinions on Spyro's appearance. So once you get over your crippling nostalgic fascination with Spyro's face, you can get down to business and work towards defeating Chaos. While the only real goal in each level is to get through it, there are also various side challenges for completionists and speedrunners alike. Of course, this is where having at least one figure of each element comes in handy, but remember, it's really not necessary unless you're into making a fashion statement. Every few levels
Yeah,
we
you
get the
could
chance to
do
have a boss
without it.
battle against some of Chaos's dark minions. At first, I thought the fights were pretty fun, but it's the same thing every time. They're all long and drawn out.
Yeah, I mean, Chaos fought. Most of the freaking game is just, the game bosses, of course, are just, Chaos boss fights. I mean, there's only two boss fights that aren't, Chaos, which is the tank in Battlefield, and Stone Golem in Stone Town, which one of them is way better than the other, and I think you already know which one is way better than the other. I don't even have to say it. But, yeah, I mean, the Chaos boss fights, they're alright, I guess.
Because this brat can't keep his mouth shut. Seriously, all he does is spew the same shit over and over again. It's like, shut the fuck up and die already, Jesus. Towards the end of the game, the pacing gets a bit muddled and feels like the development was rushed here. The levels themselves start to get a bit tired and really slow down, with lots of waiting and even a random on-rails shooting section for some reason. Seriously, this isn't fun, and neither is waiting for this platform. Look at this!
Yeah, I do. That is a big complaint, which I do gotta agree with. Why the heck is it there? Come on, we don't want to be waiting. How many seconds does it take? Like 20 or something? That takes too long. We just want to go play Chaos. Like, I can get how it's annoying.
Takes the same amount of time as it does to load a level in Enter the Dragonfly, and you have to do it 4 times in the same level.
Ugh.
It's not like I can even fuck
That's
around
disgusting.
to kill the time either, because the platform can kill you. Great! After
Wonderful.
that, it's time to meet Chaos face to face. It's at this point, when I've been sick of the game for the past few levels, that the reveal of Chaos's true form would have actually made a lot more sense. It'd wake me up for the final boss and give me a bit of a chuckle. But I wait, he's seen throughout the entire game. This
Yeah, snot-nosed brat Chaos.
final boss fight is really bad. It's just a combination of the previous 4 fights, except we also have to attack his podium to drain the health bar. I lost so many Skylanders in this fight. When one dies, it can't be used for the rest of the level, which I like. Each toy is the equivalent of having an extra life. At least this dickweed shuts his mouth for most of it. We defeat Chaos, then use the Core of Light to banish him to Earth. All that's really left to do now would be going back and completing the levels and fully upgrading all of your figures. As I mentioned earlier, there are also some side challenges, but they really don't add much in my opinion. Aside from that, there is also the option of competitive local multiplayer, if your friend was a massive dick and took all of the treasure for himself. There are 3 modes: Deathmatch, Football, and Gem Master. They're all pretty basic, so they're only fun for about 5 minutes.
To be honest, I have not even tried any of those. But hey, if they're good, you guys tell me.
And with that, Skylanders Spyro's Adventure is finally done. I'll be honest with you guys, I went into this expecting the absolute worst because of all the negativity that surrounds this series. And because of that, I was pleasantly surprised. Sure, there are issues here, and the entire business model is based around preying on children, but that honestly doesn't change the fact that this is the most fun I've had playing a game for as long as I can remember. For games in a similar situation to this, like Crash of the Titans, I'd normally say something like it's a bad Crash game, but it's still an okay game. But this time, Spyro's Adventure is a good game, and an okay Spyro game too.
Yeah. Like you said, can't even say that, for most, games and franchises, in general. There's lots of games, like Crash of the Titans where, It's a good game, you know, but come on, it's not a good game like when you compare it to any others in the franchise. Like Paper Mario Sticker Star, for example. I mean, you could say it's a pretty good. Yeah, it's not pretty good, but it's an alright game if you don't compare it to the other Paper Mario games that came before it. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that he thinks it's a Spyro's Adventure is not only just a good Spyro game, but it's a good game in general.
Skylanders Spyro's Adventure
Let's see.
gets 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Yes, it gets the same score as the first Spyro, and I'm thankful this game was able to take me back to such an enjoyable experience. Now, I just thought I should mention that after playing this, I'd like to check out the rest of the series down the line at some point. However, it might be a while as we've got a few more important series to get done first. And of course, thank you all for subscribing. 10,000 is a big number and a number that seemed so far away for the longest time. So it really does mean a lot that you guys enjoy the content I make and keep supporting the channel as much as you do. And now that this milestone celebration is out of the way, I can get started on a new series that I'm really excited about. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to
Definitely
leave a like,
did.
subscribe.
Yeah, it was a good video. I'm sorry for talking a lot. This is a 17. Well, we ended it out on 17 minutes and 44 seconds, and we're at 26 minutes. Yeah, I talked a lot, but hey, this is a reaction. What do you expect? But yeah, do I agree with his writing? Yeah, somewhat. I mean, part of me just want to say 7 out of 10, but 6, 7. I mean, I can go for either. I think that's all right. Overall, Spyro's Adventure, pretty good game in the franchise. But at the end of the day, definitely do not. If you're neutral, definitely do not just judge Skylanders Spyro's Adventure or any Skylanders game just for Spyro's design. What the heck kind of logic is that? I don't see it. But anyways, hope you guys like this video. We'll definitely be checking out his other Skylanders reviews. I'm excited to see what his hot takes are. Because I forget some of the videos, because my memory is garbage. But yeah. See you guys later. Peace.
And share. I'm Square Eye Jack.
No, the way he hates bullets, always portrays. When you see his clips, you always replay. Hero's team is always.